everybody, and welcome to Beachwalks with Rocks. Today is show number 153, and you can find us at beachwalks.tv. Yesterday I talked about this relationship of soul rules the mind, which rules the heart, which rules the body. And today I actually had an example of how that works, or how I use it to work in my life. I was invited to a very prestigious corporation downtown Honolulu to give a presentation on how they can improve their search engine rankings and possibly consider starting to blog for a particular project. And the senior executive in the room was definitely not a fan of blogging, mostly because I think she didn't know very much about it, but the very normal fear that people have of not being able to control the message. So anyway, I was only allotted a half an hour on the agenda, so it went by very fast, and it was a little frustrating for me. Then I left the meeting, realized about 20 minutes later that I had left my little USB thumb drive on the laptop, so I had to go back, wait for somebody in the IT department to find it for me. And then as I was trying to leave the high-rise parking garage, my car decided not to work. I could turn it on, but the moment that I put the brake on, the car would stop. And so it took me 15 minutes just to get from the third floor of the parking garage to the place where I pay. And I finally managed to get through. The attendant had to get out, unlock the lever arm so it didn't crash down on my car and all the rest of that. But I was sitting there at the bottom of the exit, people behind me honking, my car unable to go anywhere, not quite knowing exactly what to do, and really having the feeling, the feeling of wanting to just give up and start crying. It was so frustrated. I hadn't had breakfast, after lunch at this point, so, running on one cylinder. And really the number one is really the domain of the mind. And so it was a good practice for me to basically go, instead of staying stuck in my feelings and stuck in my hunger and the anxiety that I was feeling physically in my body, I went into my mind and just said, well, who can I call? I will get through this. People's cars break down. It's never convenient. That's not the point. And basically be able to work my way through the situation and not let it be the end of the world for me. So that's how I use this mechanical structure of knowing that my mind rules my emotions. So if I'm having troubling emotions, I can retreat into my mind and call up consciousness, call up my number one energy, and start the process of problem solving. So anyway, that's the story for today. I'm going to take a trip to the North Shore of Hawaii tomorrow, so I hope you'll tune back in. I have no idea, of course, what the future will hold, but I expect it to be, at the very least, a different show for you tomorrow. If you'd like to Skype, it's Roxanne Darling. If you'd like to call, the phone number is 949-544-1456. Aloha and a hui ho! Go! You know.